This project was to remove the old steel siding that was nailed into the old deteriorating brick, replace the vapor barrier, and then reinstall new brick on top. An old deteriorating brick can contain a lot of microfractures in it, and it's not always visible to the naked eye. This type of brick becomes a lot more porous, and as a result, there's an elevated risk of water infiltration. Also, when your brick is a lot more porous and you have fluctuations in temperature between winter and springtime, you have an elevated risk of running into a frost boil. Frost boil essentially is a bulge in your brick. It weakens the wall and the integrity of your structure and can eventually lead to an elevated risk of the entire wall collapsing. When choosing the brick that you're going to be using for your building, it's very important to verify with the city to see what the bylaws are regarding the different types of brick, the model, the color, because each city has its own bylaws. The corner is going to be finished with an expansion joint. The reason is because the new brick doesn't evenly meet with the height of the existing brick on the building. There's also a small check in the corner that leads into the backyard. Here there's going to be an interior 90-degree corner that's being made. The expansion joint will be fitted with an EFA foam and then later covered with a polyurethane covering. The contractor will be using galvanized steel anchors that are pre-bent and are going to be screwed right into the framing of the building. Choosing a good masonry contractor means ensuring that you have somebody who has all the appropriate licensing, all the insurance to do the job, as well as someone who's governed by the appropriate body. The advantage in working with Reno-Assistance is that all of these steps have already been taken care of. In addition, Reno-Assistance also verifies the financial stability of the company, also looking into the judicial history of the company as well as client references, making sure that the company has a good history of satisfied clients. Also, you'll have your own dedicated renovation advisor that will help you through the process of not only finding the contractor, but then also assessing the different estimates that you receive. And so they'll be able to walk you from the very beginning of your project straight through till the very end.